Alright, a little bit unprepared this video, it's a little bit unplanned. I had 2 videos planned for today. It's a funny thing, 2 videos. One was about the Dow, about US stocks, talking you through the analysis, both the fundamentals and the technicals. I'll probably do that one in a couple of days instead, maybe over the weekend or something. And the second one was a lesson about a particular trading concept, and I'll push that one to next week now. And the reason I couldn't do those videos and we've got this one instead is because I have to be fully behind what I'm talking about in the videos. Like, I can't have something else on my mind or something that I think needs to be said to you more importantly than those things. And today, that wouldn't be the case. Like, all day I've just had going through my head this rant. And until I got it off my chest and spoken to you about it, it wouldn't go away. Not today at least. And the thing is, like, the last time this happened was 2 weeks ago, but I at least prepared it a little bit and made it into a nice little production, and it was about why you're going to lose at trading. And I was saying that people they don't want it enough, they're not willing to put in a sacrifice and hours. And you know the feedback I got from that video, like, first of all, the views shot up straight away. The comments were people being motivated, emailing me saying, like, what you said really spoke to me. Like, it was the first time someone wasn't trying to sugarcoat something and I understood. And like, tough love and real talk and this guy's talking sense and all this stuff. Everyone's so motivated. But you could just tell that with like 90%, 95% of those people, the next day, as soon as their friend says, oh, do you fancy coming over for a pizza, or do you fancy going out for a beer, they'll drop everything and go and do that. They're not going to make the sacrifice on that day. But you know, that's not necessarily what I want to talk about today, but it's a similar kind of thing. You see, I don't profess to know everything about everything. I'm not sitting here in front of you as some sort of bloody life coach. Okay, I know a lot about trading. That's something I've been successful at. I know about building a business and running a business because I've done that. I know about my career before, which I think was quite a successful career in banking. So I know about that side of things. Been through other bits and pieces, experiences. But there's some of you watching that you might be older than me, wiser than me, more experienced than me, so I'm not going to sit here and tell you how to live your life. But there are certain things that I know about that I'm seeing a lot of you not doing, that is the difference between making it and not making it. And I really want to get that across. You see, just because I haven't had the experiences doesn't mean that I've not met people that have. When I was working in banking, and this is a bank where you have to have a minimum of £1 million liquid net worth, so not houses or anything, but actual cash in the bank, minimum to bank there. And I was working in the sports and entertainment department, so when I pick up the phone to a client, it would usually be a voice that I recognise either from music or TV or film or a sportsman or something like that. I'd recognise the voice. When I go and sit down in meetings with people, I'm having meetings talking to people who are in the top 0.001% of the population who have been absolutely at the top of the game so much that they've become famous for it. This is the kind of level of people we're talking about. And even outside of that, then I've been lucky enough to be doing business with people that are extremely experienced and good at what they do, very successful. My business partner, my team, all very successful people, very experienced, some a lot more experienced than me. And from these people, there's certain trends and patterns that you pick up on that they all share, which you can tell then the difference between the people that have made it and the people that don't. And I think one of these big differences is priority. I say priority singular, not plural, and I think this is a big mistake a lot of people make. People group together all of these priorities, and before they know it, everything in their life is their priorities. But the truth is, priority is a singular word. You can only have one priority. The point of a priority is that it's the one thing above everything else that you want to do or you want to achieve or you want to put first. It's like when people ask me, what trading book can I read that's going to really make me excel and transform my trading? Then there isn't really a trading book that I can suggest that's going to do that. But there are books that are not trading related, and one of those is called The One Thing, and it's about focusing on one thing, and you can achieve whatever you want to achieve by doing that. The problem is people aren't willing to do that, and this is the difference between the successful people and the unsuccessful people. So I've been in meetings where it's something that's tedious or something that's got to do you've got to do a lot of analysis or planning, and it's maybe a Friday afternoon and the 2 people are sitting there and think, you know what, why don't we just do this next week instead and go and chill out? Or, you know, if you're at university or school and you've got a group project and you're like, how about we go and have a beer instead, leave this for another time, and just procrastinate. You see, the difference is with the successful people, they don't do that because it's a priority. There and then they're going to get the job done. So what I see with the successful people is that when you're doing something, whether it means you have to work till 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, it doesn't matter. The job's not done till it's done. So they'll commit and they'll be completely all in that moment. When business starts, these people are switched on, focused for that entire duration of time. I see too many people who they commit, like, I'm going to do 5 hours studying the markets this weekend, and they'll do an hour or two, or maybe they'll be working with someone else, and then they'll go, you know what, this is boring, do you want to go and have a beer? If you want to have a social life, but you know you need to work 12 hours a day because you've got a job that's taking 8 hours, then you want to do the 4 hours on top of trading, then schedule in your social life, schedule in things. That's what people have to do if you want to achieve something, is that you don't let distractions come around. You don't just do this and that. You actually focus on the thing you've got to focus on and forget everything else. That's making sacrifices, but that's having your priority. So is trading a priority for you? Is building a business a priority for you? What is your priority? You know, I get asked all the time, like, how do you do the trading, build the business that you've had, and do the lessons? How do you provide the lessons as well? Where does that fit in? How do you find the time? Well, the truth is that if it's a priority, you find the time. You only have to go and ask my friends, right? My friends, my family, ask them how I fit it in. It's because I don't do anything else. If I've made something a priority, I'm committed, I'm all in. And that's the difference between, say, some of you that say that you're committed to wanting to be a trader, but it's not enough for priority for you that you're willing to give up other things, like at the weekend playing computer games or going out with your friends is the priority. Whereas if trading was the priority, then you wouldn't be doing the other stuff because it doesn't compete. You'd be using the time for trading. So that's how I do it, is that I literally spend all my time doing it. So tomorrow, for example, tomorrow's Saturday, right now it's Friday. Tomorrow's Saturday, and I know that I've got to do a planning session with the team. So I'm going to be back in the office again doing a planning session. However, I'm a big boxing fan and I'm a big David Haye fan, and he's fighting in the evening against Tony Bellew. So I want to watch that fight. But my priority is the planning. So I have to schedule in watching the fight around the planning session. So I'll wake up earlier, make sure that I get all of the stuff done. And when I'm there, I'm going to be fully committed. And if the time overruns that it's going to eat into that fight time, so be it. That's the way it is. You make your sacrifices based on your priority. If your priority is your social life, you're never going to be able to compete with me when it comes to trading, because I'm all in when it comes to trading. That has been my priority. That's how I've got to where I've got to. If your social life's your priority, then there's no competition. And this is what really makes me laugh when you see these Instagram profiles and people say that I'm salty about it, and too right, I'm salty about it. Why? Because I work hard at the things they're claiming to have, and I know the difference between someone that's successful at it and someone that's not. So these people who are supposedly running a business, doing the lessons, being a professional trader, and they've got tens of thousands of followers, like 30, 40, 50,000 followers, and you go and check their profile and it's all like holidays, going to different cities, going for nights out, going to restaurants, like spending time with their friends, and very little trading. Like, they're showing the social life. But let me tell you, from someone that is day in, day out doing this, if you are trading, if you are running a business, if you are then also providing lessons and teaching people, you have very little time for social life. And if that is something that doesn't sound nice to you, then that's because your priority is elsewhere. For me, that's my hobby, that's my everything. I don't mind doing that because I enjoy it. That's what I like to do. That's why it's a priority for me. When you look at successful people, and I mean really successful people, not that they've inherited wealth, not that they've had some luck, but people that have built a business, and you look at their life, social life is much lower down their list. Their priorities are what they're doing. Look at someone like Elon Musk. He has his partner, who he's actually broken up with now, but his partner, his wife, whatever, used to actually plan the social life for him because she knew he needed the break. So she'd plan a party every few weeks and he'd go and have a party and then back to work. Look at someone like Jeff Bezos, the creator of Amazon, the founder of Amazon. He says to his employees, if you want work-life balance, this is not the place for you. So guys, what I want to say is priority. You know, the thing that annoys me most is that I see people being sold the dream, and that's the worst thing, because not only do you get sold the dream, but you sell the dream to people that you know, your friends, your family. But it's not that way. If you prioritize, your life gets consumed by whatever your priority is. If your priority is social life and you're wanting to do trading to make some short-term money, to go out and buy yourself a Rolex watch and a bottle of Cristal in a club, then f*** off, because trading is not going to work out for you. It's just the facts. If you want to put work first, trading's going to work for you. You know what? I don't shy away from it. In our first section of our course, it says that we have a deal, okay? You put in 100% commitment and I'll tell you everything you need to know. And what does 100% commitment mean? priority. And what does priority mean? Putting in the hours, putting in the effort, putting other things aside. When I look on our forum, I can see the people that are putting trading as a priority and how much progress they make is unbelievable. And I've seen for myself as well, because I've firsthand gone through it. Have a good weekend. You know, I really do hope whatever you're doing you enjoy yourself, but just keep in the back of your mind, think about what is your priority and try and balance things out based around that priority at the center. All right, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. In the comments box, I'd love to hear what is your priority, what you're going to be focusing on this weekend, and just your thoughts on what we spoke about today. It's been a rant. I know it's been a rant. I'm even going to put in the title that is a rant. So anyway, take care, subscribe if you want more videos about trading, and I'll see you soon.